charge in this one.
That doesn't look like you're walking in anywhere.
Boom! We're back. We finished 125 through 157. We gotta start that over. Boom! We're back. We just finished the preview for 125 through 157. Now we're gonna move on to 165 through 285. This is the CAA Championship, Saturday, March 3rd, 10 a.m. at the Event Center of Binghamton. Some of you might be wondering why I'm not wearing a hat anymore. It's because Frank told me I looked really unprofessional with it. So I'm going to take it off for this little segment. You might see it back on my head later.
We got to class it up a little bit. Jason's falling behind. Here we go, 165. 165. On paper, this is our best weight class. We qualified 4 spots to the national tournament. There's 4 guys ranked in the top 25 nationally. Leading the way, Joe Booth from Drexel. Booth was a national qualifier last year. He beat Kaler by a few points down to CAA duels this year. Second in that weight right now is PJ Gillespie. Gillespie beat Kaler first turn of the year, 3-2. Very close match. We're looking forward to getting that match back. He did not wrestle him in a duel. They bumped Gillespie up, but Gillespie is going to be the number 2 guy. Number 3 is our boy, Matt the Warrior Kaler. And number 4 is Tristan Warner. Kaler beat Warner 8-2 in the last duel of the year, but he is very tough. He held a head-to-head win against Gillespie, and that's going to be a great bracket. Kid from Boston, Whitman, is also pretty tough in there too, so watch for him to be a spoiler. But these are our top 4.
Warner. Moving on to 174. We got Caleb Walls from Binghamton. Caleb's going to be the number 4 seed in the tournament. 74 qualified 2 weights. So again, Caleb's going to have to make the finals to qualify for nationals, but he's very capable of it. First seed coming in is ODU's Ty Edwards, T. Edwards. Edwards, unfortunately, was also unable to compete in our dual meet, so Caleb did not get the chance to wrestle him. Falling in the number 2 spot is a kid that Caleb wrestled this year. His name is Serwinski from Boston University. Caleb had a close match with him. I'm not exactly sure how you spell his name because I'm firing from the hip, so we'll just leave it at a C. Coming in at number 3 is Jim Resnick from Ryder. Resnick is very good on top. Very tall, very lanky. He did not wrestle Caleb in the dual meet. He unfortunately was also injured. Coming in at number 4 though is Binghamton's own Caleb Walls. And like I said earlier, Caleb's got to make the finals. He's got to get 2 good wins to get to the finals in order to go to nationals, but he's very capable of it.
Jermaine John. Possible bracket buster upsetting somebody from Hofstra. Watch out for him. Moving on to 184. This is a very good weight class for a conference. We got 2 guys ranked in the top 20. Number 1 is Clymer, who stole a win from Nate Scheidel in the Hofstra match now. But Nate's looking forward to that match. They've wrestled a ton of times. It was very close, 1-0 win, and Scheidel is definitely looking forward to getting that one back. But Clymer comes in at number 1. He's ranked in the top 12 in the country. We got Nate at number 2. And then number 3 is going to be from Ryder, Morrison. Nate beat Morrison in the CAA duels this year pretty soundly, but he's solid and he's been in the rankings. And then number 4 is the Old Dominion guy, Billy Curling. Scheidel actually pinned in about a minute or so in the dual meet, so we didn't get to see much of him, but he is tough, and you got to keep an eye out for him. Bracket buster in this weight class is Hunter Mays. He started the year ranked 5th in the country, but it's a good conference, and he's not in the top 4 in the CAA rankings. He's had an up and down year, but watch for him to get some upsets in there too.
Coming into the second deepest weight class of the tournament, 197. Cody Reed.
I disagree.
Cody Reed.
Not the deepest.
Will not be seeded. There will be, between the 1st and 2nd seed, based on a coach's vote, you'll have Bogna from George Mason and Hall from Boston. We're not quite sure what's going to be the seeded yet. We're not quite sure what seed it's going to be yet. We're going to find out Friday night. Well, right now we'll put Hall at number 1. And then Bogna at number 2. There's 3 guys in this weight that have been ranked in and out of the top 20 all year. Coming in at number 3, even though he has been ranked all year in the top 20, he's been ranked, and that is Booty from ODU. Coming in at 4, who has been ranked in the top 20 during the year, is Palick from Drexel. And Cody Reed beat Palick in the dual meet against Drexel early in the year. He lost to Booty last week, gave up a takedown at the end of the match, and then he hasn't wrestled Bogna and hasn't wrestled Hall. But Cody's going to have to take top 3 to make it to Nationals to guarantee himself a spot, and look for him to fall somewhere in between 1st and 4th seed, and we're not sure he's going to wrestle yet, but he's got a great shot at going to Nationals.
285, Nick Wizdowski. He's going to be our number 1 seed. Stud freshman for us here at BU. Wiz. Number 2, very tough opponent. Another top 20 guy is Kyle Frey of Drexel. Frey beat Wiz, and his first college loss was against Frey at the Body Bar in the finals. Wiz turned it around and beat him 6-2 at the CAA duels. So we got Frey here. And then number 3 in qualifying a spot for the conference from Boston, Kevin Innes. Wiz did not wrestle Innes this year at the CAA duels. They forfeited that match, but he may see him, he may not. But Frey is tough, and I would say we'll probably not see Frey in the finals. But don't overlook the returning CAA champion, Paul Snyder of Hofstra. Wiz wrestled him at Hofstra, beat him, I believe, 4-1. But he's tough and capable of spoiling people. Also in that weight class, you got Evan Craig.
Evan Craig.
Watch out for
Big
him.
recruit, top 100 recruit a couple years ago.
Big boy. So you got to keep an eye out for him. He could spoil somebody there. And
should be a good tournament. You know, the Hofstra is ranked first as the CAA top team to beat right now, even though Binghamton beat them a couple weeks ago. Binghamton's second, but don't overlook ODU. Those are the top 3 teams to win the CAA conference. Look for each team to qualify anywhere between 5 guys and 10 guys. It's going to come down to who wrestles the best this weekend.
we're in the event center on Saturday. See you there.
See you there.